Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do the detailed review of the new Infinix Hot S3. So Infinix Hot S3 is the latest budget smartphone from Infinix in India, and this device is priced 899 and available exclusively on Flipkart. So this device has quite a lot of good things going its way. So it has the full view display, the 18:9 aspect ratio display, a 20 megapixel selfie camera, 4000 mAh battery, and Android Oreo out of the box. So these are some really good options in this smartphone, and in this video we'll talk about all those things. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first step, let's have a look at the specifications it offers. So it has a 5.7-inch HD plus full view display, and it is powered by the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset coupled with 3GB RAM, 32GB storage. There is also a 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant, and this comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera, f-stop 2.0 aperture. It's a 5p lens, dual LED flash, 20 megapixel front facing camera, again with f-stop 2.0 aperture, and it also has a dual LED flash. There is also 4000 mAh battery, and XOS is the OS running on this device along with Android Oreo out of the box. So that's the device. So now let's get started with the detailed aspects. Let's first up have a look at the design and build quality. So design wise, the Infinix Hot S3 is quite a decent looking device out there. You can see the 5.7-inch HD plus resolution display. We have the power and volume keys on the right side. The bottom panel houses the micro USB charging slot and the speaker unit, and we have the top panel having the 3.5mm audio jack. The left side houses the SIM tray. It is a dedicated SD card with along with dual SIM card support. And on the rear panel, you can see it's a plastic build quality. It is a unibody design, and it comes with the plastic finishing. This could have been a tad better. The finishing overall looks quite okay, but it could have been a tad better, especially when Techno Camon I offers slightly better build overall. So it has a 13 megapixel rear camera and dual LED flash, the fingerprint scanner, the Infinix logo, and Hot S3 branding at the bottom. So that's the design aspect. So overall it feels quite good, and on the front panel we have this 5.7-inch HD plus resolution display. Even though it has an 18:9 aspect ratio display, you can see the bezels at the bottom and also at the top is slightly on the higher side. But overall for a budget offering, this has quite a decent design and build quality. We feel the Techno Camon I has a slightly better build and design overall when compared to this device. Now let's talk about the display. So it has a full view, or rather 18:9 aspect ratio display. The display size is 5.7 inches in screen size. So it has 1440 by 720p resolution, and it has a screen to body ratio of 81%. There is a 2.5D glass on this display, and there is also NEG glass protection included. So there is no Gorilla Glass, instead it has an NEG glass protection. That's another form of glass protection, which is quite good actually. Now the brightness of the display is one of the good aspects. It has a 450 nits brightness and actually feels quite good. Overall, we are quite happy with the display quality offered, and the colors are pretty punchy. The viewing angles are acceptable for a budget offering, and there is no color change even when you tilt the display. So overall the display feels quite good, and the 18:9 aspect ratio display, the current trend comes to this device as well. Now next step, let's talk about the software. So this is one of the important aspects because we haven't seen any smartphone running Android Oreo in the sub 10k price segment. This is probably the first smartphone running Oreo out of the box. So we have Android Oreo out of the box, and this is running on XOS. That's the custom version of Android from Infinix. So we have seen this XOS on even on the Infinix 05. So not much of change here as well. So it does feature some basic options included. It has theme support and some gestures and smart motion included, like double tap to wake quick start, then one-handed UI, 3-finger screenshot, and some useful options are included. So that's the UI of the Infinix Hot S3. It feels quite good, and you do get some basic customization options, and it also comes with some additional tools included. So overall the UI feels quite good, and Android Oreo is the highlight of this device. Now talking about the performance, so this device is powered by the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset. So it has 3GB RAM and 32GB storage, and there is also another variant with 4GB RAM and 64GB internal storage. So we feel the device has quite decent performance overall. There is hardly any lag or issues we faced when using the device, and it's quite smooth in terms of the performance. But when it comes to gaming, the Snapdragon 430 is kind of okay performance, but the major issue was the heating. The heating on this device while gaming, especially gaming, it reached almost 48 degrees, so that's quite high. but in normal day-to-day usage, there's no heating on this device. So the Snapdragon 430 is almost a 2-year-old chipset. The company could have gone with either Snapdragon 450 or even 435 would have been a better option. But then again, this is a budget offering, so they are gone with the Snapdragon 430. But overall, it feels quite good. Now the phone comes with dual SIM cards, 4G LTE and VoLTE support, and we have a dedicated SD card included on this device along with a 32 or 64GB storage variant available on this device. Now the speaker performance is quite acceptable. The speakers are located at the bottom panel. We also done a detailed FAQ on this device where we mentioned all the sensors, USB-C support and other options of this device. Next up, let's talk about the fingerprint scanner experience. So the fingerprint scanner is located on the rear panel. We have the fingerprint scanner located above the logo. So we'll just show you the fingerprint scanner performance. It's quite fast and accurate as well. You can see the performance of the fingerprint scanner is quite good for this budget segment. Now next step, let's talk about the cameras. So this phone comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera with f-stop 2.0 aperture. It has 5P lens and dual LED flash is included. You can see the dual LED flash included, and the highlight of this device is the 20 megapixel front facing camera, again a f-stop 2.0 aperture and Sony IMX376 sensor, again a 5P lens and dual LED flash. Now the good thing about this dual LED flash is that you can adjust the brightness of the LED flash from the camera settings. So we also done a detailed camera review. You can also go and check out that video to get an idea about how good the camera is. Now talking about the camera performance, the rear camera was quite acceptable. The landscape shots came out quite well, but the colors could have been a tad better, and also the sharpness level could have been slightly better, and we feel it's quite good in terms of details being offered at a 9K price segment. But one thing what was good on this device is the close-up images. It came out well, and the detailing and color reproduction was much better than the landscape images. So overall, we feel the rear camera was above average performance. We can't say it's a top-notch performer, but it is above average performance in this price segment. And the low light performance was again quite an acceptable one for the sub 9K price segment, and it did have noise in extremely low light images, but overall it is kind of an acceptable one. Now talking about the selfie experience, so this is one of the important aspects. The selfies turned out to be really good, good detailing, good color reproduction. The skin tones were also quite good, and overall it offers good selfies in the budget segment. Now the another important aspect of the selfie camera is that it provides bokeh effect using software processing, and the bokeh mode was again quite okayish kind of performance. Since it does not have a dual camera, it is done using software processing, and it's not very accurate. You can see that it is kind of 70 to 75% accuracy in the bokeh shots, but still it does produce some decent bokehs in this price segment. So overall we feel the camera, the front camera is quite good and the rear camera is above average. Now finally talking about the battery performance. So this phone comes with a 4000 mAh battery, and it has a 5 volt 2 ampere charger. It's not really a fast charger, but it does take some time to charge the device. So overall the battery performance looks quite good. And you can easily get through more than a day of battery life with the Infinix Hot S3. So that's the battery performance of the Infinix Hot S3. So now summing up, how good is the Infinix Hot S3 for the price of 899? So we feel the Infinix Hot S3 is a quite good offering in this price segment with the 899 pricing for the 3GB and 32GB storage variant. The other variant, which is having 4GB RAM and 64GB storage, is priced 10,999. So the 899 variant makes a good buy because it has a full view display. The display quality is really good, and the software is Android Oreo, again a highlight of the device. And then you also get good selfie experience, a decent performance and good battery life as well. Now the cons of the device include gaming was not very good. The company could have used a Snapdragon 435 or a 450 chipset, and there was slight heating issues. It was almost like 48 degrees when we do heavy gaming, and the build quality and the design could have been a tad better, especially when Techno Cam on Eye offers slightly better overall design and build. So overall, talking about the Infinix Hot S3, we feel it's a good package overall at 899 pricing, and this is available exclusively on Flipkart. So if you're looking for a full view display and good performance and good selfie experience, the Infinix Hot S3 makes a good device to buy in this price segment. So that is the detailed review of the Infinix Hot S3. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. If you plan to buy this device, we'll share the link in the description of this video. You can use our link and buy the device. So this is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.